Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is an insane magic kit review. That's right, we're gonna look at the how to do insane magic tricks new kit dropped, Ellusionist.com. This was a Kickstarter. I backed it. I backed this with my own money. It showed up in the mail yesterday, and I said, gotta review this. All right, so we're gonna break this box open. I'm gonna show you all the gimmicks that are inside, and we're gonna talk about this number down here, because it says you can push a coin through a glass, vanish AirPods, make coins vanish and appear, change ink with a flame, know their card every time, plus 21 other face melting tricks. We're gonna talk all about the face melting. Let's go. All right, so your box shows up, nice big yellow box, $119 from Ellusionist.com. Why? Why is it $119? Why is it $119? I'll tell you, because this is a pro level magic kit. As its namesake says, it's a how to do insane magic tricks box. This is how to be a magician in a box. They did another previous campaign, another previous box that was how to be a magician. This is more. This is even more than that. Most of this, I would say, more street magic, more card magic, more coin magic, more magic with everyday objects, not so much gimmicky items. Because there's a market for this. Like if you go out to Amazon and you scroll through magic kits, you're gonna see box after box after box after box of plastic kid stuff. Really, I mean, yeah, those are price pointed at $35 to $45, right? $35 to $50, let's say. This is $119. This is the $119 because there's no plastic kid stuff in this, and you're gonna learn magic through video by professional working magicians. Who are the teachers? You got Eric Jones, Ryan Tricks, Kim Anderson, Savan Thethy, and James Brown. Now, James Brown does teach most of the tricks. And if you don't know who James Brown is, he's an English magician. He was awarded the Magic Circle Close-Up Magician of the Year in 2006. And he also came in second in the 2006 International Magic Convention for close-up. So when you combine great teachers with great props and face melting tutorials, it's $119 at Ellusionist.com. Now they say if you order, you'll get it in time for Christmas. So if you have somebody on your gift list this year who is serious about being a magician and you know they're a little too old, right? They're a little too old for little plastic stuff. I mean, maybe they're a full-grown adult. Maybe this is your husband or your wife, right? And they're pursuing magic as a hobby. This is something to get that ball a-rolling. All right, so the box shows up in the mail. You open it up. What is inside? At first glance, it's going to be coins and decks of cards. Over in the corner, you got a pirate coin trilogy. You're going to get a real pirate coin. That's the kind of coin that can be handed out and used. And there's a lot of tricks that involve coins in this set. You'll also get a coin in bottle, plus the rubber bands. And you'll get a shell, an expanded shell. There's also a spool of invisible thread, and that's for a torn corner effect. And you'll get the tutorial USB credit card that has all of the teaching on it. I'll talk about that in a second. In the middle, you have a lapel pin card reveal. It's got a Jack of Hearts, and then when you swing it over to the other side, it's an ambigram, and it says 3 of clubs. Next to that, there is the Phyrexian pen. This is also the invisible ink pen. And it also has a 6 of clubs reveal. Now, down on the lowest level, you have 3 decks of cards. You're gonna get a marked deck of cards. These are the cohorts, right? Just a plain, ordinary deck, no gimmicks, no gaffs, but they are marked on the back. In the middle, you'll get an invisible deck. And then on the other side, you will get a one-way force deck. So that's all the gimmicks, but how do you know how to use the gimmicks? Well, that's where your tutorials come in. So usually when you buy stuff on Ellusionist, those downloads go into a shopping cart, right? They go into your account. But here, with the Kickstarter campaign, All of the tutorials are on this. And so this is a USB key. If you haven't figured out how to use this, you push that and you swing it around. You're going to take this and you're going to plug it into any USB device that reads USB, and you'll be able to watch them directly off this, or you could download them to a second device, like a pad, right, or a phone, and take your files with you. All right, what are the face melting tricks? What are all the tricks you're going to learn? Each one of the tricks is a separate file, all right? And like I said, there's 37 files. My suggestion is watch the 37th file first. Watch the last file first, because it's all the tricks back to back, all real life performances. You're going to get performances out in the real world and in the studio. And so watching that all the way through, you'll get an idea of what all the tricks are. You'll see them, how they play out, because when it goes to tutorial mode and you start watching the tricks and the explanations, they're not going to go back over the trick again for you. Okay, they're not going to show it to you again. They're hoping that you watch the live and then you got it in your head, and now you're watching the tutorial. And really, you can watch the tutorials in any order. You don't have to watch them in 1, 2, 3. They're all clearly labeled. So if you want to learn vanishing headphones first, you can jump right to that video. You want to learn the Frixion pen, the invisible ink, you want to jump right to that, then jump right to that. You want to learn how to do ambitious card, jump right to that. So there's really no order. You don't have to follow the numeric order. All right, so what are the tricks? They are mostly card tricks and a handful of coin routines. You're going to learn the ambitious card. You'll learn a basic card to pocket. You'll learn the biddle trick and an advanced card to pocket. You'll learn card under glass, coin in bottle, coin on shoulder, coin through card box, coin under shoe, and coin under your spectator's watch. They'll teach you an easy deck switch, and then you'll learn flash flight. And this is the torn and restored card corner routine that you will need the elastic thread for. Then there's a file that walks you through how to use the invisible deck. The trick after that is called multiple card find, and that's where you have multiple cards selected and lost, and you find all of them. Then there are 3 coin routines taught by Eric Jones. There are 3 separate files, 3 separate routines, and they are multi-phased routines. Next is a one-way force deck effect. It's basically an ACAN, right? It's an any card at any number. Peter Turner teaches that. And then following that, Peter Turner has another file. It's about 20 minutes long, and it's where he talks about magic props, and he gives you some magic theory. Then there's Pot of Jam. This is a copper-silver trick where you remove copper or silver from your hand, and you ask the spectator what's left in your hand. But by the end of it, both coins are gone, and you're holding a little pot of jam. You're also going to learn a couple sleights. You're going to learn the rub-a-dub vanish. You'll also learn the Mahatman control. You'll learn the KM move, the riffle force, the side steal, the strike vanish, and the top change. There's a file that teaches you how to use the ambigram badge, the little gold badge that flips upside down. There's another file on there that teaches you tricks that you can do with a duplicate card. And then they include the old cohorts file on how to read the marked cards. There's also a Chicago opener style mystery card trick. They even teach you the classic napkin vanish, where you take the napkin and wrap it around the salt shaker. It's the salt shaker vanish. They teach you that. And of course, you'll learn the vanishing headphones trick. It's the same exact file that you got if you purchased vanishing headphones already. And then you learn the vanishing ink trick. They teach you that as well. Like I said, there's a couple files in there that are recycled from past projects, but most of them are brand new. All the teachers seem to be in some sort of really nice rental home. And like I said, you're going to get live performances as well. And then you get the in-studio shots. And it's Ellusionist. They always film everything great. Everything looks awesome. All right, so sleights and difficulty level. How hard are these effects? It's meant to be a beginner's level kit. And so that's why they include a lot of the sleights, because the sleights end up going with the tricks. And so I think with practice, these are all within range of anybody. So positives, I think there's a market for this, to have a magic kit that's kind of an all-in-one, but isn't filled with ball and vase, cups and balls, linking rings, all the sponge balls, all the things that we've seen before. A Svengali deck, You know, all that plasticky, made in China stuff. You got a teenager or even an adult in your household that wants to pursue magic. Something like this that comes from one voice, you know, that comes from one project, something that you can give them as an entire box and say, here, and you get all the teaching. I mean, that's another thing that those other magic kits lack, is they lack video instruction. Sometimes they come with a DVD, but usually there's no vocal, right? It's all like pantomime and it's done really cheesy, but half the time it's an instruction book and it's all typed up. There's no pictures. It's hard to follow. With something like this, getting video tutorial and seeing live performances, that's another thing. Seeing live performances is so important because oftentimes you can buy like a $5, $6 beginner trick, right? Ball and vase. Let's just say ball and vase. You buy that for someone and you give it to them. And you say, here, learn the magic trick. They can read it and they can follow it along, but if they've never seen it performed, then they don't understand just the nuance of it and maybe the scripting or the patter. Like, they're left to come up with all of that on their own. And that's fine for a seasoned pro, but for a beginner, there is something to be said about learning patter and learning presentation as well. And I think don't skip the video performances. That's why I say watch it first. And then go back and watch it after you've learned the trick, because that is so crucial. Learning the words that go with the trick, right? It's fine to come up with your own pattern. It's fine to be your own personality, definitely. But learn how other magicians have done it first. Copy it enough until you kind of get it down, and then you adopt it as your own style. Yeah, those other magic kits, they don't do that. You never get that. And so that's another thing that I think elevates a box like this. Is it worth your money? I think so. 120 bucks? I think so. I mean, you got to think about all the video that has to get shot, all those teachers that you need, like Peter Turner, come on. You can't get better teachers than what Illusionist found. And the props are all top notch. I mean, just the fact that you get a deck of cards, but it's a real good mark deck, and you get an invisible deck. I've never seen a magic kit come with an invisible deck or any of these props. So yeah, props to them. As part of my add-ons, I also got Lava. Lava was an add-on for my Kickstarter project. And so I'll be breaking that open and looking at that as well. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. What do you think about the box? What would you have added? What would you have put in that? Knowing Illusionist products, of course. And did you get it yourself? Did you get it? Tell us what you thought of it down below. Are you glad you backed the project? Hey, thanks for watching, guys. And like I said, if you want to purchase it for yourself, you got to head on down to illusionist.com. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.